Good afternoon, everyone. This is Henry, and as we get into tonight's video newsletter, I wanted to kick things off with XLY. So, as in the title, hopefully a way to make it stick for you. But think about these most important sectors as we work to evaluate the S&P. So you've got some really interesting dynamics here, where this is obviously an important chart because of its weighting in the S&P. And then, of course, the individual components, right, which we're going to dive into. But when you look at this and the fact that it has a daily squeeze, I think this bodes very well for, let's call it Q1 of 2025. So just recognizing that there was a spot where bears got trapped, right? And this is also, it's kind of like Hold'em, where you're not going to get paid off if you just have great cards. You have to have an opponent that has a second best hand, and that's going to help you really make money. So when we think about that and how it, compares to trading, think about right here, where this candle looked pretty rough, right? And what was the majority of that? It was MCD, right? So as McDonald's took the hit off of news, you had a pretty big drop. Then, of course, the earnings from Tesla saved it. But you've got a lot going on here that I think is really helpful to think about. How is the tide moving? Between this candle and then the close above the high of the low bar that triggered the next day, there's a lot in here that I believe is showing us that XLY is headed to 208, 215 is the previous swing high, and then I have a target that I want you to write down at 240, right? Because that's a 1272 extension, that is a fire line, and I believe that's where we're headed. So of course inside that, what's the actionable move? Well, Tesla has already made the move, right? So if you followed last night's video newsletters, I told you that there was a target at 263. The gap down this morning couldn't have been better, right? I mean, if you're really dialed in and following this analysis, which if you are, I always appreciate likes and subscribes. I never ask, but if you feel so inclined, I really do try to bring you actionable ideas. And when Tesla gapped down, right, above 255, yields 263, and that was a perfect target. So from there, again, that's kind of the move from last night into today. But Amazon is next, right? And, I hate to make too much of a wager on earnings, because earnings could just as easily hammer us back to 175. But if XLY is the clue, and if Tesla is the clue, well, then this squeeze is setting up to fire long, and we're going to be looking at Amazon at 210 before too long. So in summary, that's the spot that I'm looking for a bid into earnings, possibly even more after the report. I'm going to carry that into the beginning of next year. So I hope that's helpful. You guys have a great weekend. We'll see you at the next video update. Hey traders, this is Henry with simplertrading.com. I wanted to thank you for watching today's video. I hope you found it helpful, and if so, be sure to click the like and subscribe buttons down below. If you would like to also see me putting these ideas into action and trading my own account live in front of you, be sure to sign up at simplertrading.com, and I hope to see you in the chat room sometime soon.